Most founders reach a point where they look at their growth and think the answer is hiring. A copywriter, an SEO person, someone for ads. And look, that logic actually makes sense on paper. But the problem is you're probably not at that stage where hiring fixes anything. You're still figuring out what actually works. And bringing people in before you know that is one of the most expensive decisions you can make. What I'm going to show you today is a GitHub repo with over 19,000 stars that gives you 32 specialized marketing roles you can plug directly into Claude. Not one generic assistant, 32 focused skills. You got copywriting, CRO, SEO, email, ad creatives, analytics, customer research, and more. Each one built to do a specific job the same way a dedicated team member would. I'm Navin. I run an AI agency where we build and implement these exact systems for real clients. Everything I'm showing you today is something I've actually used in production, not something I put together just for a YouTube video. And before you think this is another AI demo that looks clean on camera and falls apart the moment you try it yourself, I'm going to show you the exact context setup that most people skip. And it's the reason most people get generic output while others get results. By the end of this video, you'll know how to install the full stack, which 5 roles to activate first based on where your business actually is right now, and the exact workflow sequence I'd run if I were starting from zero today. And I'll also show you one setup step that almost nobody does that makes every single skill in the stack produce dramatically better output. Most people who install it miss this step completely. We're going to cover that too. All right, so let me show you exactly what we're working with. This repo is called Marketing Skills by Haynes. Okay, it has over 20,000 stars. You can see that right here. It has over 30 plus marketing skills. And this is a really good signal to show you that this is not just some random one-off prompt or tool to use. This has been vetted and gone so viral on Instagram and TikTok and social media that everyone is literally using this to understand how to use it. There's a lot of real stuff in here and I want to show it to you and break it all down. Okay, now what I like about this the most is that it's not just one vague marketing prompt. It's actually a full set of specialized skills, right? So instead of asking AI to somehow be created copywriting, conversion optimization, email, SEO, analytics, everything else all in one, you can give it more structure like a job, like an actual employee. And I want this to be very practical for everyone watching. So I'm not going to use a fake example. I'm actually going to show you how I'm using this with my company, with my new brand called Build with Nav, which is where I teach people how to use AI in their businesses. Okay, so what you can actually see first is I want you to take a look at this and just look at everything that's built in here. Okay, so you have all the main headlines, right? You have sales, you got growth, you got paid, you got content and copy, you got SEO, you got CRO, you got strategy, and underneath each one, you have different roles and different responsibilities. So you have someone really good at cold email, someone good at email sequencing, someone good at copywriting, someone good at AI SEO, someone at SEO audit, paid ads, creative, like everything here is built in, and you can put as many of these tools and skills as you want into your Claude, or you can just put 1 or 2. So you can go all or you can go none. So it really depends what you're looking for and what you want to get out of this. Okay. Now, before I set any of this up, I want to show you the kind of experience most people have and go through when trying to prompt and trying to get ahead in by using AI. Okay. So I'll go to Google Gemini. If you use ChatGPT, it's the same thing. We're going to paste this prompt in. Okay. I want you to write homepage copy for Build with Nav. Now, you may think this is crazy, but this is normally exactly how people are prompting AI. No context, no idea what's actually going on. It's just going to pull from your normal conversation. So look, for example, from Gemini and chat, they're literally just pulling from my conversations without asking me any questions, without actually trying to help me understand what I'm trying to do and accomplish. It's just giving me a yes man answer. And this is what I want to help you avoid. Okay. So now you've seen the basic example, right? You can see that there's literally no context, nothing here. It doesn't even sound smarter. It's definitely not going to help you. Like, I'm not going to need the time boxing method. I don't need my newsletter. I don't need a lot of this stuff in here. These current projects and ventures don't make sense to what I'm trying to build with Nav. Okay. So this is the before. And what I'm showing you is the simple and easiest way to do this. Okay. Now, before I do this, what I'm showing you is kind of like a hack. Okay. That's what I call it. It's a simple hack for beginners to get started by implementing skills such as Haynes' 31 marketing skills into your Claude code so that you can actually take advantage of these skills and use them in your business every single day. Now, normally what people have to do is you have to use something called Terminal. Now, I'm just going to show you a screenshot. I'm not going to open the Terminal app and scare you because for most people that are non-technical, they have no idea what Terminal is on their MacBook or their computer and how to use it and how to implement it, because it's more for developers, more technical, more coding involved, but that's the actual real best way to do it. And if you're a developer or you want more flexibility, more coding automation, that's the route you want to go. Okay, that's Terminal. That's just a screenshot. Okay, so I'm going to close this window out. We're going to go back to Claude now. Okay. I'm going to show you a faster, easier way that anyone can do in about 5 minutes. No terminal, no code, no setup headaches. And this is the way I would recommend for all of you that want to just get started. Okay, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into Haynes' marketing skills. We're gonna click on the skills folder at the top. Okay, and again, I'm gonna give you all these links, so don't worry about it. You're gonna click on the skills folder at the top. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to find one of the skills that you want. So, for example, we know that we're probably going to want copywriting because everybody needs good copy and things to sound professional and good on their websites, their landing pages, whatever they're working on. I clicked on copywriting. So, skills to copywriting. I'm going to click on the skill.md file. Now, if you see me and I open up the skill.md file, this is actually the file that you use with these types of projects. I'm trying to keep this simple for you, that it's like the brain for that specific role or that specific AI agent or employee. Okay. So inside of this role, it's going to give you exactly what to do from before writing to understanding stuff to the copywriting principles to the writing style rules, best practices, do's and don'ts, everything like that is built into this already. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind that it's already literally built in. All we're going to do is click on the copy button. We're going to copy the raw file. And I'm going to show you now how to set this up in Claude. So we're going to go into Claude. So you see this is my Claude dashboard. If you don't have Claude, go to claude.ai and just sign up for an account. I believe it's $20 for the lowest plan. This is the best AI tool you can possibly have. I'm telling you, don't use ChatGPT, don't use Gemini, don't use anything else. Just use Claude and watch how I show you how to absolutely go crazy with it for your business with all the skills and tools and things you can build with it. You'll be mind blown. Okay. So we're going to go into Claude. We're going to go into projects. Okay. We're going to go new project. I'm going to just call this for now, build with Nav marketing. Okay, so that's good. That's there. We don't need to put a description, but you can if you want to. But we're going to go here. So again, projects, create a project, title it whatever you want, whatever your company is going to be. We're going to go create project. Now, whenever you want to talk to this specific project, you're going to just open up your projects toolbar and go specifically into it, okay? The reason for projects is because you could add instructions, it has your memory, you can add files. It can become a very deep way to use and really grow with AI and utilize these tools actually in your business or specific niches within your business so you could actually get what you need done, okay? So this is the best way to do that. Now, again, we have it all open here. So I'm going to show you what the next step is going to be because we've already built it out. Now what we want to do is we first want to focus on adding in our skills. Okay, this is the first step I'm going to show you. So you remember I copied the skill from the from the GitHub, right? From marketing skills. We're going to go here and all we're simply going to do is press plus on files. We're going to go add text content. Okay, I'm going to call this copywriting, right? Because that's the first one that we copied. I'm just going to paste the content there. So now this skill is literally 250 lines of code is literally embedded into my Build with Nav marketing project. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you do this across any of the skills that you want to do. So if I go back to skills and I figure, okay, what's the next skill that I really want to have in my company? Well, I know that I need to be better at email marketing and writing email sequences. Okay, perfect. So let's go into the email sequence file. We'll go to skill.md again, and you can read here what it tells you to do, right? It's going to help you understand what it's going to help create for you. So I know that I want this. I'm going to copy the raw file again, go into my Claude project, press plus next to the files, go add text content. I'm going to call it email sequences, right? Because that's exactly what it is. Paste it, confirm that I pasted the correct thing, email sequence, and saved. So again, that's how fast and easy it is from the beginner side to get these skills inputted into a specific project in Claude. And now you're literally off to the races. That's literally it. Again, I won't go through the whole folder, but if you want, you can add all these skills. You can add 1 or 2 skills at a time, whatever you need. You can start small or big depending on what you're trying to achieve. Okay. Now, once the project is loaded, which is how we have it here, you can see you can start chatting with it and it's going to be able to pull from these skills to help you with copy, with email, whatever the skills that we want added in. But I want to take this even further. Okay. I want to show you something that most people actually miss. Okay. Now the skills are important. We know that. But this next piece is, again, it's honestly the part that makes the output feel real. I want Claude to understand my business before I ask it to do marketing work. So instead of opening a code editor and making like a separate markdown file, which most people won't know how to do, I am just going to paste my business context right into the project instructions, which is right here. You can see I'm highlighting right here. And if you want, you can also paste it at the top of a new conversation. Inside the project, it's the same idea, but this becomes a source of truth for everything that follows. Okay, I'm going to share all this with you. So here you can see, this is my business overview. This is the file I've created. So this is going to give it all the context for my brand, my audience, my offer, my positioning, my objections, my proof, guarantee, goals, everything that I have in here. Okay, has my website link and everything. So what I want to do is this is the context we want to give Claude. We don't just want to give it the skills. The skills are great, but what if we give it the Claude for the instructions and context for the specific project? Imagine how much better the output is going to be for you. And this is the part that most people miss. So again, copy. And again, I'll show you exactly how to do this, right? First example, I'm going to give you all these, right? Now, if you're confused, Nav, I have no idea, how I would do this, how I would make it. It's really, really easy to do this. Okay. All you would do is just ignore all this stuff here, but you come to ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever you're using, and you would say hey, my business is, XYZ, and we do lawn care in Canada for 100 plus customers. And, here's my website, right? Put the website link, and then you say like, make a template for me based on the information below, but for my specific business. And you would paste my template here, and it will give you that initial outline. Then what you can do from there is, once you have this outline, adjust the information based on what's correct or what's wrong. But the more information you feed it, the better the output you're going to get. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You can use any LLM for that. Okay, but again, I'm going to give all this to you so you can just simply even keep my structure and just add your own details to keep it very, very simple and clean. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the actual instruction side. So in the instruction side, we're going to paste this. So my whole marketing context is now saved under the instructions tab. Okay, so now what do you think is going to happen? And when we prompt it, it's going to be pulling from the instructions. It's going to be pulling from the skills that we've added to give you the most robust output and answers that you could possibly have. And that is literally what this is all going to be about. That's why doing it this way can be so powerful for you over time. Okay. Now, again, just remember, this is where the jump in quality comes from. So now Claude is not guessing who I help, what I sell, what people are skeptical about, how am I different, or what action I actually want someone to take, right? It has the marketing skills, it has the business context. Now the prompts have something solid to work from. Okay. So now let me show you exactly how we can do this. So let's say I want to get some copywriting done. Okay. And again, I have all these prompts for you guys to give to you, so you don't have to worry about it, because prompting is part of the battle as well. We want to make sure we prompt a decent way so it understands what we're trying to get. You want to give a good input, but you also want to ensure that you're going to get a great output. And that starts by asking the right questions or telling it exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so for example, here's the first thing I want to ask for. I want the copywriting skill to be used, and I want 10 headline options, 5 subhead options, a couple CTA buttons, and I want you to tell me some things about my hero section and things I can improve upon, right? So I put it in there, and you can see right now, it is going to pull straight from my actual site. So I'm also going to show you guys the site real quick, just so you can see it's currently not live. But again, just to give you an example, like this is what I have, right? So this is my build with Nav, stop learning AI, start building with it. The whole website is here and ready to roll, right? So that's what it's also pulling from. And that's the homepage copy it's trying to help me do. So build your custom AI system in 2 hours, not 8 weeks. Stop watching AI tutorials, start building the damn thing. Your competitor already automated this. Let's catch up. Like these are actually incredible if you think about it. And again, it's pulling from actual context that we gave it. Okay, we have the subhead options here. We have the CTA button options. We have recommended hero sections. Like we have things that I can actually take right now and look to see how can I improve upon this within my actual website. Okay, that is the power of what we're doing here. Okay, same thing. If we want to go back out to the main project, right? So you can see here, remember all the chats get saved, right? So no matter what happens, if you want to go back and reference, you can. But if you want to make a new chat and talk about a new concept or idea, go back into your project. And let's try the email sequence one next, right? Because I want to tell me build on an email sequence for the company next. So again, put in the prompt, which again, I'm going to give to you. Let it prompt all of this out, okay? It's going to help. Look, I'm going to create this welcome sequence for you. Let me check the files for the website as well for voice and tone. So you know that it's actually listening to the skills and to the context that we've given it, which is going to give you the best output possible, okay? And I want you to keep this in mind as I'm showing this to you. If you compare this to the generic prompts that I started with when we were on Gemini and chat, this is much, much different. Difference is obvious, right? It has the marketing skills loaded into the project. It has all my build with Nav, positioning, improve, offer, objections, and goals. So the output starts feeling a lot less like autocomplete and a lot more like useful strategic help. And this is really the whole trick, okay? So you can see here, it's going to come up with this in a second. So I'm not going to go too much further into this because I think you have enough context and examples and ideas to now take this and run with it. And I'm giving you all the links. So you have the links, you have the repository on GitHub, you have all my, actual prompts you can copy and paste or make your own based off that. But you have the basis there. And you also have me who's here whenever you want to ask questions in the comments or email me. I'm literally always going to be there to help you guys because that is the whole point of this YouTube channel. Okay, so that's the workflow. I took a full library of marketing skills. I located the ones I wanted into a desktop project, added the real business context for Build with Nav, and then used that project to generate homepage copy, email sequences, and I could generate so much more if we wanted to add any other skills. And the point here is not just Claude, gave me some decent answers. The point is that in about 15 minutes, I gave it enough structure to behave more like a marketing coworker. It's not perfect, it's not magical, it's just way more useful. So I want you to try this for yourself. Keep it simple, pick one business, create one project, load in one skill that you actually want, paste in the context, and then run the prompt one at a time. And that's it. You just literally have built a marketing team in 15 minutes. And to finish this off, you can see here, the email sequence is coming absolutely beautifully. Email 1 through 5, all there, nurturing my customers automatically for me. And again, from here, you can take this, change some copy, tweak a few things, or reprompt it to make it even better. But now it's pulling from real general context. That's the system. One repo, 32 roles, and a workflow that actually tells you what to run first. You don't need a full team to get moving anymore. You need the right tools in the right sequence. If you want help setting this up specifically for your business, that's what Build with Nav is for. We get into your actual workflow, build the system together, and you walk away with it running. The link is in the description. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, follow for more. I got so much more coming. I can't wait to teach you all how to use AI to build, monetize, and scale your businesses.